Ukraine urges calm, saying Russian invasion not imminent.
Here's a summary of the article.
Kyiv, Ukraine. Ukraine's leaders sought to reassure the nation that a feared invasion from neighboring Russia was not imminent, even as they acknowledged the threat is real and prepared to accept a shipment of American military equipment Tuesday to shore up their defenses. Russia has denied it is planning an assault, but it has massed an estimated 100,000 troops near Ukraine in recent weeks, leading the United States and its NATO allies to rush to prepare for a possible war. Oleksiy Danilov, the Secretary of Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council, echoed that sentiment, saying that the movement of Russian troops near Ukraine's border is not news. In the latest standoff, Russia has demanded guarantees from the West that NATO would never allow Ukraine to join and that the alliance would curtail other actions, such as stationing troops in former Soviet bloc countries. Like any pledge to permanently bar Ukraine, are non-starters for NATO, creating a seemingly intractable stalemate that many fear can only end in war. Putting the US-based troops on heightened alert for Europe on Monday suggested diminishing hope that Russian President Vladimir Putin will back away from what US President Joe Biden himself has said looks like a threat to invade neighboring Ukraine. As part of a new $200 million in security assistance directed to Ukraine from the United States, a shipment including equipment and munitions is also expected to arrive Tuesday in Ukraine.
This post received a score of 7,200, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Stop wasting your energy being anxious. You must save your energy for fortifying your homes. So essentially we're at the I double dog dare you stage of WW3. Woot. Why is everyone so excited for WW3? Ukraine and Russia have been at war for the better part of a decade. The EU and NATO's response has been well balanced. Not everything needs to be the apocalypse. Literally every single war since the bomb has not turned into WW3. We even had genocide in Europe in the 90s.
Seems to be a prevailing sentiment around here that a nuclear winter is basically seconds away.
Does everybody here live in the country? Don't have to worry about WW3 and nuclear winter if you live in an area that's a first strike target. Head tap.
I'm between DC Philly and NYGG guys.
Just remember to put some ribs out. If the apocalypse happens, at least you can have some barbecue.
Then the Yao Guai and Deathclaws will be drawn to your home though.
Just hoard ammo so the vault dwellers remember your house.
The Enclave will get there first, gotta make it to 2277 before their threat is neutered. What's Ukrainian for this is fine?
Nam pizda.
Sraka.
They just don't want people panicking when the Russian army hasn't yet surged the personnel to the tanks, APCs, other equipment they've positioned near Ukraine. Before an invasion, proper attack, some things still have to happen. There are still certain things that Russia needs to do. Still, they'd probably want to follow that up by land shortly.
I'm not sure the timeline of March is going to work. It would have to be mid to late February, since by March the thaw will have begun and the roads too muddy to support mechanized units.
This whole ground thaw thing is a bit overblown. Michael Kaufman, director of the Russia Studies program at the Wilson Center, said recently that we should not be viewing their plans in World War II terms and that the Russian military is capable of fighting in any season. I recommend that talk. Very informative.
75% of all the top voted comments that sound reasonable and intelligent are ridiculous and have been debunked by the best experts. The buildup was initially done in a very covert way, and their public diplomacy lately was last-minute improvised and seems to not actually want anything. It's hard for experts to know how much armed resistance the population puts up outside of Western Ukraine, as polling doesn't track accurately to real-life insurgency. A lot of the experts, commenting lately and guiding the public discussion have been given free range to discuss, but are tied to the moneyed, political interests of Eastern gobs. Many of the authoritative experts for a war of this scale have a very particular agenda and objective sources are getting drowned out.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.